Was popular YouTube. Another day, another demo. Demo? No, demo. Look up. Look here. kennyS. Shit. Look here. kennyS. Okay. Sometimes when I copy and paste the view model, it doesn't go. I put it in for Tarek. It just didn't change anything. But Kenny's did. So we got Kenny's view model. Dude, what is going on with Kenny? Oh my god. kennyS? You know, when people used to get excited about kennyS, I'm half kidding. I came in looking for. Okay, look at these stats, right? What? All-time career low. It's never been this low before. It doesn't get much lower than this. This graph is starting to look good upside down. Do you know what I'm saying? Kenny. It's Rona. I'm going to chalk it up to coronavirus, okay? Seeing too many of these stats pages, it's depressing. It sucks. We can't see this with Kenny. He was just coming back. Overall, I mean, we know what he's about, right? We know what he's about. But I had to. Okay, the last match I saw was this. So clearly, maybe he's just popping back up again. They're like, yeah, we think a vaccine's coming in about 2 months. So Kenny was like, all right, I'm going to start death matching 3 hours a night, 3 hours in the morning. I really think that's just it for him. Motivation, a little bit aim stuff. Maybe a little bit of uncertainty. Who's his next teammate going to be? I think kennyS really likes Almanac, but suddenly Nico's in the conversation. Is Nico going to go to G2? We don't know. I don't know. You don't know. Nico don't know. Coldzera's mom knows, but that's it. Who knows? So I took a map where he just played badly here. Inferno 8-21 versus Heroic. This is right when, so Heroic were playing with all this confidence. Everybody who talked about Heroic are just saying they had this confidence like they've never seen. They weren't really talking about how they are so, like, such an amazing team. It was Kerrigan, Glaive. They're talking about how, like, they just seemed so confident to take every duel. They were just riding on some crazy confidence. So I don't think a lot of people, a lot of pros right now feel like Heroic are going to be able to keep this up. I don't know if they will or will not. I think we see the potential now that they're putting up the results, and they've been very good. But this is going to be right in the thick of it, this match right here with Kenny. 8-21. There's probably going to be a lot of confidence here from Heroic on this map. Smack G2, right, for the closing map. 0.48 rating, rough. Lowest rating in a while. So let's go ahead and look at that. Besides this big one that just came up too. So a couple of off maps here for kennyS when it mattered a lot. Let's go see why and hope that this grab comes back up, because no one wants to see Kenny play bad, right? Is that what you want? Because then you're a bad person. Did you know that? Wait, do I have that bound? How did I bring that? How did I open the demo? Okay. T side, kennyS. I don't know anything about kennyS on Inferno on T side. On G2. I don't know anything. So I'm coming in with just as many questions as you have. What happened to kennyS? That's the big question. What happened to kennyS? Hopefully we can answer that in this demo. Okay, so we're seeing a lot of confidence. kennyS, he sees Tessa shoot one bullet. One bullet goes into his head. There's no chance. That is professional Counter-Strike nowadays, right down to the Galil here. Oh, man, already out to 45. Oh, there's a couple players running down mid. He didn't call that properly for his team, I don't think, or they didn't react fast enough. Man, that was crazy on Kenny's screen. He saw them at top mid for a flash of a second, fell back, and suddenly there's like 10 dudes coming out of a clown car there in underpass, swarming the area. Couldn't hear anything, too. I was talking the whole time, but guess that's what we're talking about. Just so much confidence here. Kind of cool to watch Heroic play from the other side of the glass. Licking the window from the other side of the glass. Trying to see what the Heroic magic is all about. They'll talk about this for a long time. Heroic in their heyday. Cologne run. ESL Pro League. High placing. And you know, part of the reason that people historically have played badly versus some of these god level players like kennyS, Simple, 2018 Simple, 2015 kennyS, these kinds of players, is because they were scared before the match started. They gave him space, and kennyS would make plays. Clan Mystic kennyS, Titan kennyS, they would make plays that you wouldn't be able to make if the other team wasn't scared of you. And then they got more and more comfortable with that. They could kind of find the edges. They could find the edges of the ball, right? They knew exactly how much room they had to play with at all times. So there's some good patience. That required a good reaction. Borup just came flying through that smoke, not expecting him to be there. So that was a good play by kennyS. Holding on the right side. That's 1 of 4 kills he gets this half. BT dubs. But once you lose that, like, you're not in the heat, you're not the talk of the town, you're not that one opper that nobody can kill, you're not Fallen 2016, you're not kennyS 2015, whatever, then you know, that alone can take your stats down a bit, right? And people, I'm sure they're scared of kennyS. They know how fast Kenny is, but lately it's not been like classic Kenny. And we're actually talking about a T side, so it's very unlike. I don't even know if he opts. I don't know if he opts. I'll be honest. I actually just don't watch, just randomly just don't watch a lot of his POVs. I don't watch a lot of G2 Inferno. So lots to learn for me too here. Like what his role is all about, how he, and he's a perfectly. I mean, he's a great rifler. So I don't have a. Like, I kind of knew there's a likelihood he wouldn't be opping at all on Inferno T side. Right now, it feels like opping on Inferno T side is almost griefing, actually. So, it's like not a lot of it going on. If he does pick up an op, maybe we'll find out why. But the mobility required, I mean, the win conditions on T side have nothing to do with an op. You gotta take bracket control, you take top banana control. Oh my god. He wasn't really looking at him. Borup was not specifically looking at kennyS there. He was looking in his general direction, right? That's wild. These rounds are not easy to win, bro. Heroic looking insane from these POVs. No kidding. So, yeah, you know, there is the chance that we're going to have a conversation about how everyone's getting better, right? Like, that's the other that's a scarier conversation when we see some of our favorite players' stats going down. Is it that they're getting worse, or is everyone else getting better? Because everyone on Heroic is a member of the Robot Aim Steam group. Do you know what I'm saying? They've got the perfect mechanics, plus they're smart or know how to play in a system, etc. Okay, so just got pushed out of position. Takes a quick duel. And we've seen a few times Kenny dies. He dies quick. Now these days you got to have 0.5, -3 gap crosshair, monitor 10 on your nose, drenched in G Fuel. Like, your hair has to be dyed blue with how much G Fuel you dump on your head before you start the match. You have to sleep 6 hours a day and DM for 18, but then play like you slept 18. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what's required these days. It ain't easy. You gotta watch demos too. I really want to know how much some players watch a lot of demos, and you know which players those are, and those players are very good. And there are definitely players that don't watch demos, and there are very high level players too, and they don't watch demos. I know they're out there. It's insane to be riding off your. You don't want to be like a. You don't want to be like a BJ Penn. Do you know what I'm saying? Like a very talented. Like, he was the fighter. It's almost a boomer reference at this point. But I watched a lot of UFC back in the. Like between 100 and 150. That's when I was really into the UFC. And BJ Penn was always this guy who was like so much talent, right? Such a smart fighter, but just didn't care enough to try hard enough. It's like, man, do not waste your talent on behalf of the entire rest of the world, right? Don't waste your talent when other people are working hard and don't have talent. You're talented, work even harder. At that intersection of the people who work the hardest and have the most talent, that's where you find Michael Jordan, Wayne Gretzky, Tiger Woods, right? That's what you want to be, especially if you're going to do this all day. And I'm not calling out kennyS at all. I have no idea how many demos. I just want to know how many pros are watching demos. Shout out the longest tech pause of all time. We're going to medic this. I cannot do anything. I'm not the deciding person here. Fair enough. They can watch tic-tac-toe on stream. See you in middle, Kenny. 1v1 on tic-tac-toe. Okay. It's all banter. Shout out to silent fast forwarding. Shout out to going faster than 1,000 speed. 1000x. Oops. Don't know what the plan is just here yet. Of course, the ops come out on the CT side. So we'll find out what's going on. I mean, we know there's someone sitting at arch based on those nades. They're going to throw some stuff out. kennyS, is he going in front? D-flash for the op. They didn't peek. Jax is the one opening up things, as he normally does, honestly. kennyS playing a bit slowly. And see that flash? Even if they don't use that flash from Heroic, they're trying to make it seem like they're peeking mid again. So that's why G2 are waiting here. It's a huge mind game for bracket control. Because this doesn't mean that they're going A. It feels like it now because bomb is all the way up here. But they're playing this game very carefully, this mind game. So it looks like a strong lane hit. Or are they going? Oh, they're actually wrapping. Okay. Oh, I guess we have a. Oh, sorry, we have the pit smoke, and they clear out Cubby. They've got a high flash for the turn, perfectly timed, and the last burst. Ooh, I like this strat a lot. Ooh, I like kennyS' place in the strat. Flash was very well timed. Doesn't mean they're gonna win. 1v2 now for Hunter. I like the whole round, the default up until that point. Like that's one of those. That's like a round because no one's really flanking bottom banana except for Furia, right? So you can kind of take your time, and that's why this map is becoming more T-sided. Take your time at top mid. Work on bracket control, fake it, see if they reaggress. It covers everything up there, and then just go into the wrap A. Is nice. I love Nexus calling. He's come out of nowhere. Like, if he wasn't a good caller, no one would care. They'd be like, oh, G2 should still win. They've got great players. But Nexa, he's a sick caller. He's a sick caller. Okay, we know we've got a little pit presence. kennyS playing back a little bit. Second, third in. Everybody just getting wiped down. Not able to win their duels. Okay, kennyS opping now. Let's see if Heroic make any mistakes. Of course, they weren't really peeking top mid. They did cross one round. Oh, man. This is a bit rough for Kenny now because it's 3v5. And you want the CTs to make mistakes so this op can be useful. But your teammates die like this is not going to be that easy. The only thing is he hasn't shot it yet. But he's going to have to take a peek on coffins. I imagine he just does all of this dry, honestly. Because you got to take some risks. I mean, he's a very good angle clear. Oh my god, that was perfect. That was so sick. It's like I instantly had deja vu or something. It's as if I watched that before with how perfect that went. That was the most wonderful angle clear ever. I'm pretty sure these are the only kills he gets this half, by the way. Are we not up to 4? That was so nasty. With X-Ray, that does not look half as impressive. And just like that, even in a 4-kill kennyS match, we have like, oh my god, Tessus wins. They're griefing. Even in a 4-kill kennyS demo, we see a 6-shot. But yeah, that was a 3v5. Came down to 1v2 and then they lost. Very strange. Don't even know how Ston hits that. Oh, baby. That should be 2 for Nexa. Oh, there's nobody else left over. Holy crap, where is everyone dying? Like, they're dying on their stairs. There's not even a huge banana presence. They're dying to mid peaks and stuff. Heroic are scary. Not much utility. They could do something similar. Maybe they'll just do it with a lane. I don't know if they're going to go more players' halls or what, but... Oh! What's that bomb doing? Let's see what the strat is. Library? Don't know. Yeah, I guess they're just doing the same thing pretty much. It's going to line this up for the turn. Of course, it's a bit of a stretch, you know, a reach, sorry, to expect this to work. But, hey, if it's a really good strat, maybe it will. Oh, Tessus. That was all from pit side, I believe. Yeah, mini, 1 on site. Is there 2 in pit? And then 3, 2, 1 opt. You would assume. Cadian sitting there. Oops, drops a shot. Finally, Nico. I don't even know. Fall bang there into that round. And they try it. So another reason I like that strat is they don't need that many nades. Technically only 2 smokes, maybe a molly for Cubby, and 2 set flashes. I guess you need 3 smokes, 1 mini pit. So, I mean, one of the better rounds we saw was the op from kennyS, which still ended up 1v2. One of the, the only good round, I guess. Okay, let's see. I'm kind of curious about the calling again for this round. Like, similar round, right? All grouping up mid. I think they're just trying to punish Heroic for not playing B, down B too much. Let's see how it works out. Oh, it's something else. Is he setting up for the flash again? They're not able to turn, and then they finally get flanked. So that's a good call by Heroic. Sometimes you don't want to push versus pistols, but then, you know, by that same token, those are typically the rounds where people are not going to like lurk a lot or do double fakes because they're low on nades. So they're some of the best rounds to push. Yeah, this has been pretty brutal. I am not jealous. Sometimes I watch these games, I'm just like, I'm not jealous of these pros. If you're not just 100% on point, like, you're going to get mopped. Crazy to think that, you know, Kenny, even in this form, if he played just some regular game versus average players or just above average players, he'd have 40 plus kills, you know. I only say that because I don't even think he's really whiffed a huge spray this half. Fast coffins, and then this is really good for punishing rotations to execute all the way from there. And I think they're waiting for... Whoa, what's going on? Oh, did the molly land in front of it? That's rough. I don't think they expected Stone to hold that. I don't know. They didn't have a smoke to... Oh, they didn't have a smoke to extinguish it, I guess. They're probably going to run through. That's tough. That is tough. I really like the calls. I really like the executes. I think if I was going to be a caller, I'd probably be a lot like Nexa, personally. A lot of versatile executes that either don't require a lot of map control, work well on ecos and rifles. And now they're just getting bullied. It's a totally different mindset, of course, at a scoreline like this. Like, you know, peeking down mid is not pretty much something you do when you are scared of losing. But they just ain't. Oh, Jax is furious. He will. He'll go for the tap, right? To try and make Nico make a mistake, but it is 2v2. So I think at this moment, it probably looks like a double fake a bit to Heroic, or just a fake to A. And then in a couple seconds, they'll probably clue in. But for Heroic, they're just going to gamble on a site. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's one quad, like one CT. I don't know. Let's see. Yep. So I guess they just feel very comfortable. So yeah, that's the end of that. That was good. I like that. It's always a crapshoot with these demos. You never know, but that's what makes it fun, right? We never know what we're gonna get. So what happened to kennyS? Well, there he just got destroyed because Heroic freaking crazy aimers, really dissonant. It wasn't rounds where he just missed a lot, but yeah, that's T-side Inferno, one of the harder halves on any map, I think, for an opper who's going to natively op. But kennyS is a good rifler, obviously. It seems like his stats are starting to come back up. Maybe we'll look at more Kenny demos. I did enjoy that, but yeah, of course, question of the day is what happened to kennyS, because overall form is a bit in question. People keep asking me about him. People want to know. People want to see. There we go. That's the demo for today. And cool. Looks like the hub's still going. If you guys want to play 10 mans, @Boxer 10 mans on Twitter to get in the hub. And I'll see you back here for another demo tomorrow. Thanks for watching.